most specific and most meaningful memory I have here at a Jesuit Mass. I wasn't even a freshman yet. I think I was in 7th grade, and I was at my brother's freshman overnight Mass. And I remember sitting next to my father, and I look up at him, and he looked down at me with this big smile, and he says, "Get ready, son." And I look out into that sea of white and gold t-shirts, and I spot my older brother as a freshman. And the words, "Let us now say the prayer that our Lord has taught us." And all of a sudden you just see a bunch of guys who just met. They put their arms around each other. And it's powerful, because what other school can you go to where someone you just meet a couple days beforehand and you put your arm around them and you look to your right and you look to your left? That's brotherhood. That is Jesuit. That is one of the main reasons why I go to this school, and I do what I can for this school, because they have taught me so much.
The first time I experienced the brotherhood at the freshman overnight was when I first got out of my car, and there was just a huge tunnel of a bunch of upperclassmen just rushing me into the gym, and we were all just like focusing into the gym, and that's where we met up with our big brothers. And I just remember like hanging out with some friends, and that's where I met a lot of my best friends today, because we were just hanging out at the freshman overnight, and it was really fun because I just met a lot of new people.
You know, I think the Masses here at Jesuit are unlike any other Mass in the world. My favorite parts of the Mass have got to be Peace be with you and the Our Fathers. Because as a cantor, when I'm standing up on that podium and I look out in a sea of students, I don't just see classmates. I see my brothers. You know, and when we're going around shaking each other's hands, giving each other pats on the back, like, that's an emotional time for me, because as a senior I look back on my 4 years and all the hardships we've all been through. To see these smiles on our faces, that's brotherhood. I know that any day, 10 years from now, if I'm having trouble and I need to call on my brothers, they will be there for me.
You know, every time I come back into the gym, I always think of my teammates, the exciting games we had, the roaring cheering sections, and all the alumni tournaments that have been held out there through the years. It's great to come back and revisit those times.
I've had a lot of memorable moments here at Jesuit. My 4 years playing at Jesuit, ranging from rivalry games to dinners to the President's Dinner, Pace Auction, but probably most memorably would be my sophomore year. We had a home game in the playoffs against Wood Creek, and even though we were the higher seed, we were still seen as an underdog because Wood Creek had one of the top players in the nation. It was a really close game throughout, and we pulled out the victory. The crowd stormed the court, and it was just a great moment all in all.
We were playing the Cordova Lancers for the league championship, and it was a very close game. We were able to eke it out at the very end. We had the cheering section rush the court, put players on their shoulders, carry us around. And I still remember Chris Lawrence, who was the starting guard for prior year's section championship team, out there on crutches with a broken leg. And I thought for sure we were going to have another injury, but everybody made it out okay, and we continued with the celebration.
I'd say the gym is probably the biggest focal point at Jesuit. Yes, we have the new chapel, but the gym is really where it all happens. We have masses, we have rallies that bring all people together from CB, from St. Francis, and from Jesuit. Our rivalry games are great, it's a big place with a great experience and a lot of history behind it. And I've spent my past 4 years in it, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in there. It's just a great place to be.
Well, to better serve the Jesuit community, I think the number one priority is the air conditioning. I think those who've attended certain playoff games have always experienced the heat, the condensation coming off the walls and ceiling, sometimes even causing game stoppages. So that basically is the number one priority.
As a cancer and even as a student, every now and then when the gym gets pretty packed, it gets hot for rallies, for assemblies, even for mass. And as a member of Liturgy Workshop, we do have jackets, and it can get pretty tiresome singing up there the entire mass. And so I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like it's just going to be a great new addition to the Jesuit gym, and especially the sound system. It's a little outdated. And I love to sing, and I try to sing as loud as I can, but even then, some people in the back can't hear. And so I think it not only will just make mass pop, but I think it will bring people closer together, you know? It just more relaxed, sitting in mass and hearing what others have to say. Jesuit, I just like to thank you, boosters, parents especially. You guys have all been very impactful in my life, and you guys have all helped form me into the man I am today. The time has come.
The time has come.
The time has come.
The time has definitely come.